Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. This one is going to be the episode where we go back and get the lore. Oh boy. Oh, it's because that's where he started. Yeah, I'm going back for the lore. I'll probably cut bunches here in case you want to see, where stuff is and what it is. And if not, you can skip ahead to this point because this is where I finally try and start or just bumble into finishing the game. So without further ado, let's systematically start searching this house. I do remember this room. That. I'm actually going to sink to it as well. Okay. Oh, Jesus, it scared me. Oh my god. I didn't realize that this room was gonna become, this is where the cottage was. Yeah. And, it's now part of the graveyard. I had no idea. Okay. Moving on. Wait, what is that? Somebody fell into the flowers back there, but who is that? Willow stays up there. In fact, I'm not even sure she's dead yet. No, she's not even dead. Willow's still alive. She's there. She doesn't die there anyway. She gets thrown down a chute. Tequila, she's there. Willow, Tequila's fine. Trinity's fine. Who falls from the clock tower? Is it this person? Okay, we're gonna have to think on that a little bit. Oh! There was a card on top of the camera! The Ace of Clubs, baby. Heck yeah. So now we're missing 10 cards. Oh, there's a card in there. I have no idea what that is, but we're going in. Oh, it's the basement. Oh, it's this part of the basement. I haven't been here. We're just gonna mosey around here because this is how they're all getting down here, through the mirrors. Interesting. Alright. There's another card. Here. There's doors, another mirror, 2 mirrors actually. I doubt I'll be able to walk through that hallway. Yeah, they're all standing there. But I do kind of want to run around and hit the door on the other side. So I guess this is where all the mirrors are. That was the mirror I came through. Because that's the, you can see by the plaque above the mirror where it goes. It goes to the casino. But someone just died, so I need to make sure that they're not coming back this way. I also don't see anything in this room to, Yeah. My mask is burning, but I don't know why. I assume it's because someone's about to come through the mirror. So let's head back. I don't know why my mask is burning. But, I did check all these rooms up here. So let's reset the day. Uh-huh. This room, I remember it. I do, though. He's in there, so I can't go through. I know this room. I do remember it. I remember this room. I thought I would, but apparently I only remember it from here and not from up on the stage. Still? Oh no, okay. Where am I? Oh no, I'm in the basement. No, I'm on the first floor. Which is kind of where I want to be. Take care of this. There's a card. I have no idea where I am. I don't think I've been here before. I got the 5 of hearts. Okay. Oh, this is where I am. Oh, there's a card here, too. 3 of diamonds. This is the only way to get in here. To the first floor. Okay, let's systematically do this. So I just kind of ran around the exterior. So... Oh, I know this room. There we go. This room here, this random guest room. Okay. Water seeping with clue the wall is damp to the touch. Make a spread across the desk. A pen and writing paper. Looks like the top sheet was torn off. That's an ornament. Let us check the room just south of here. Willow doesn't come back this way. I also need to check the rest of the rooms, too. Oh, I know this room, too? Jeepers. All the knowledge. Oh, and I know this room. I know a lot of rooms on the top floor. So Willow's gone. It makes my life a little bit easier. I know this room too, man. Yeah, all the knowledge is from the top floor. There's also a chest in here. I don't know if I've opened it. And I have not. There's a card. The King of Spades. And... well now, Boone. I have something for you. Pass this on to your old friend, won't you? We're not so different, he and I. Not so different at all. What is occurring? I'll be waiting for you, Boone. I don't know what just happened. Oh, there's a card there. Oh wait, this is an invitation. Whose invitation did I get? I got Willow's invitation. How did it end up here? I'm so confused. I know her dressing room. Hey, I haven't broken this one yet. The one up here. In the music in Tequila's area. So let's grab this card. The Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades. I'm only missing 4 cards. But I know this room. Piano Man. Oh, I know this room. Now let's light this real quick before anybody comes back. Let's see what these guys have to say. Settle down, we just need to wait. Oh wow, I'm looking forward to this. Is he coming back? Yep, that's the way he's headed. Oh, well, hello indeed. Come to observe the town as well as we have. She's such a star, the plunging neckline, the heaving bosom. You can keep that, actually. The real thing is so much more alluring. Oh, he gave me your invitation. Oh, okay. What do you have to say? Jolly good show. Wow. Just waiting for things to go poorly upstairs. Any second now, they're actually getting into the elevator to be burned to a crisp. I just want to see if what's-his-face ends up down here. Because he might. Trying to get an invitation here. Oh. Oh. There it is. His body is charred beyond recognition. There is something on the back of his chair. I like how the invitation survived, even though he is, like, done for. Oh. Oh. Did I get the cards I needed to connect the bridge so I could grab this card? The Ace of Hearts. And obviously, yeah, I didn't figure I'd be able to go down here. But I don't know. These cards are connected right now somehow. The 5. I don't know why. But it works for me. I got a card. Alright. I found something very interesting on a large gentleman who passed through here. But you have nothing to trade for it, so I'm keeping it. What do you want, though? I'll give you a record. This might be the ticket to his invitation. In fact, I mean, maybe not the record specifically, but can you offer me something suitably grisly for my costume? I will trade you whatever I found. Deal? Grisly. Oh no, the only thing I can think of is the talisman from upstairs. Let's check this bar first. Oh, that's right, okay. So, ultimately, I don't have the ability to warp places. I bet you he wants a talisman. That goes downstairs to the basement. I'd have to go around. I can't go through that door. Alright, let's try and hustle. Ah, that's quite the gross skull thing you have there. Let's do a trade for this thing I found on the large gentleman who was passing through here. Got his invitation. I gave you my ill-gotten gains, just don't tell the Marquis. Alright. Let's see what we're working with here. Okay. So, as far as the guests go, I'm only missing 1 invitation, and I have no idea how to get it. Like, I have tried everything I know. I interacted with everything that was there. A lot of times the ghosts are the keys to the invitations, but I talked to the only ghost in the area, and he is not helpful anymore. Now that I've saved him, he's not helpful. I don't know how to get his invitation. I'm still missing a few cards, but I think I got all the rooms. So let's read for now. So for guests, I picked up Willow, even though she doesn't have an exclamation point. It says, the Marquis knew there was something special about Willow when he first met her in a curiosity shop deep in the swamps. His instincts were correct. Though she never speaks of it, Willow Blue is the closest of the old families that the old families have to royalty. There's a drop of ancient magic in her veins, giving her strange dark gifts that allow her to see what others cannot. The Marquis struck a deal with Willow, engaging her services to seek out unusual artifacts to display in the mansion, but she has a deep concern over one of the more exotic gifts the Marquis has found for his wife. And then I also picked up Tequila's, the Southern Siren. Even though her extremely modest upbringing, Tequila Belle has a truly extraordinary voice. The Marquis has long admired her as a performer and was staggered when he learned that she was the stepsister of Trinity Carrington. Since she was first invited, Tequila's attended and sung every masked ball. Her usual accompanist is pianist Rhett Rockridge, but she and the Marquis would also practice together, sometimes long into the night. Although there was never any outward impropriety, these sessions were eventually called to a halt by the Marquis shortly after he met his wife. And then I picked up Arum. Arum Runes is descended from a family of master goldsmiths. As a younger man, Arum worked tirelessly in the forges, smelting with methods of his own devising. He created hardened steels for the most challenging industrial designs, as well as inventing delicate filigree techniques no one could match. Fumes from a particular demanding project aggravated a dormant medical condition, but Arum was able to create a specialized welding mask to monitor his heart rate. Arum is responsible for many of the most exquisite pieces of art and engineering throughout the mansion. And then his counterpart, the Blueprint Prince, Master Architect Thanos Gorecki, is one of the great minds behind some of the most ingenious features of the Sexy Brutale. He and many of the other guests of the mansion have worked together over the years to create hidden features or works of art throughout the building. His knowledge of the mansion is unparalleled, but even he is not privy to all the Marquis' secrets, and something has been troubling about the behavior of the staff. Thanos has attempted to leverage his knowledge of little-known pathways to get the truth, but it has not worked out as he would hope. And that's everybody except the lock-picking guy. I don't know how to get his. Maybe I'll double back and figure it out, but for now, we're gonna proceed. So in the casino, I found the camera room. Keeping the mansion and its guests safe and secure is an enormous task, and one which the Marquis and his security team took very seriously indeed. The previous head of security, Clay Rockridge, would often confirm suspected cheating from his room here, but take no immediate action. It would only be later on in the grounds of the mansion after dark that the perpetrators would find themselves with their heads held underwater in the beautiful garden fountain, but only until they saw the error of their ways, of course. The bar, the dance hall. The Marquis considers himself an audio pioneer who loved to experience and experiment with truly eclectic ranges of music. By mixing the old with the new, he threw parties that offered something truly different for his guests. Nothing brought him more joy than seeing new and exciting dances created in order to keep up with the fresh sound played in his dance hall. The Marquis liked to say that his balls were greatly admired by high society. They means like dancing balls, like the ball. A comment for which he would usually be sharply rebuked by his wife. The guest rooms. Tequila's room. Tequila Belle and Willow Blue always had a room reserved for them when they visited the mansion. Despite the Marquis' best efforts, Tequila never wanted any particular luxury lavished on her. She only needed a place to sleep and access to the practice stage. But this year she's been a little disappointed by a patch of rising damp in her room, and to top it off, she hears noises at night. It sounds like dark secrets whispered in her ear, making it hard for her to sleep or dream without images of terrible visions coming at her from deep, cold places. Grimnaw the Deep Demon. Old as stones, Grimna is the first true form hiding behind the tiny juju guppy that the Marquis bought for his wife as a gift, completely unaware that the legends were true. One of the true voodoo demons of the deep, Grimna, resembles a gigantic anglerfish with the tiny colorful guppy as the lure on the end of his tether. Only those with the second sight can see Grimna's true form, but he delights in whispering madness to anyone who will listen. Willow knew what was really in the tank in the secret chamber and created special candles that would reveal him for a confrontation. But once unmasked, he proved to be more powerful than she could have imagined. Willow Blue's room. The Marquis met Willow when he traveled from deep swamps of the south looking for a truly special gift for his wife, a mythical juju guppy. He found Willow selling antiques in a tiny shop where every piece on display was more macabre and fantastical than the last, as if she had a second sight that allowed her to see the stories behind the artifacts. Willow now searches out unique and misunderstood curios for the Marquis to display in his mansion, and has been given her own room to stay when she returns each time from her travels. This year, Willow was horrified to learn the Marquis had finally tracked down that special gift and is keeping it in the mansion. Eleanor's painting room. A talented artist, Eleanor loves to paint and sculpt. She was, as Lucas liked to say, fond of making a mess. To create her studio here, Eleanor stripped down and repainted every inch of the walls by hand, making it forever her own. The many paintings across the mansion are almost exclusively Eleanor's work. She loved to adapt existing styles and put a flippant or unsettling twist on them. The Marquis, ever fond of secrets, sealed off the room behind the studio and installed a hidden door behind one of the paintings to create a luxurious chamber for his wife. The Master Aquarium. Realizing that aquariums were an excellent way to both please his wife and show off to his guests, the Marquis wanted to collect only the rarest of fish. The Devil's Hole pupfish is a tiny breed of fish existing solely in one muddy hole in one particular desert. Once every 100 years, a bizarre mutation will manifest and one will grow to an enormous size and display extraordinary coloring. These are known as the Devil's Monarchs. Lucas obtained a government license to own and preserve one of these, much to his wife's delight. However, this is still not quite the rarest or most unusual creature kept in the mansion. So that's the guest rooms. Music rooms, the instrument pool room. The Marquis liked to say he blew so hard at playing most instruments he almost literally sucked. However, he was an excellent pianist and a general audiophile. When Eleanor sang, the Marquis would frequently accompany her by playing, and playing together is one of the most cherished pastimes. The instrument pool is a shallow ornamental pond surrounded by stone replicas of instruments played by some of the couple's favorite artists. And in the cabinets are instruments owned by famous musicians from history. Every one of them is maintained and kept fully tuned. Any guest at the mansion who is happy to play for an audience is welcome to perform with any instrument they please. Tequila Stage. The stage within the music room wing of the mansion features one of several delicate stained glass murals commissioned by the Marquis, designed by the architect genius Thanos Gorecki, and created by master goldsmith Arun Runes. The Marquis created this stage room primarily as a gift to the singer Tequila Bell, who is regarded as a living national treasure due to her extraordinary voice and talent. Whenever Tequila visits the mansion, she has the room entirely at her disposal. She is often accompanied on the piano by Red Rockridge, ex-head croupier for the Sexy Brutale and an unusually gifted pianist. The band room. The band room was another practice room for any of the guests or entertainers at the mansion to make free use of. It was actually most popular with several members of staff who had their own full house club band that would frequently play during the mass ball each year. It was a little known secret that many members of the house staff were musicians who actually came to serve at the Sexy Brutale for the sole reason for gaining access to the treasure trove of instruments that the Marquis had accumulated. More valuable even than the instruments, however, is the opportunity to talk and learn from the extraordinary caliber of musicians who visit the mansion. And the dressing room. The dressing room was created to allow Tequila and any other performers a private space where they could prepare for any shows, of which there were always many at the Sexy Brutale on any given evening. The area was originally another room for displaying instruments and other items from musical history, but these were all hastily stored and locked away in an adjacent storeroom. A laundry chute allowed for changes of clothes to be quickly processed by staff, but in later years the room below was converted into an exotic butterfly house, and so the chute fell out of use entirely. It may, however, still be connected, not that anyone would put anything down it, of course. And those are the music rooms. The Theatre Brutale. The Theatre Brutale is one of the jewels in the crown of the Sexy Brutale. It had hosted countless plays and featured some of the most extravagant and involved sets ever created. The Marquis has always been a particular fan of escapology, and the current setup on the stage is for a particularly dramatic but fairly simple, death-defying feat. Even though it's meticulously rehearsed, the spikes and electricity involved are very real. In addition to his love for traditional plays and acts of escapism, the Marquis was also increasingly interested in immersive theater and one day wanted to plan an interactive event that would include the entire mansion. The Theater Waiting Room. The theater waiting room was created to allow the Theater Brutale an area to relax and prepare for the show. The ticket booth is purely for creative souvenirs. No guest of the mansion ever paid for an event, despite some of the most exotic and unique shows in the world going on stage here. In recent years, the Marquis was increasingly impressed with immersive theater. The Marquis was increasingly impressed with an immersive theater, was even planning to some shows that would potentially incorporate the entire mansion and take place over hours or even an entire day. It's an interesting idea. Hill Room Dining Hall, the Furnace Elevator. At the center of the mansion is a glorious statue carved in the shape of a phoenix. It's one of the crowning glories of the mansion, a marvel of vision, art, and engineering. The statue was originally an enormous furnace that warmed the mansion before the entire heating system was redesigned and improved by Thanos. The Marquis also included a secret in the statue, however shared only with a very select few. It conceals an elevator leading down into sections of the basement, kept hidden from prying eyes. So secret, in fact, that the original safety codes to activate the elevator were changed so not even Thanos knows the true combination. And the basement. Okay. Oh, I'm missing something from the basement. Maybe we can head back down? The Broken Mask Room. A twisted, insane statue stands in the middle of the room. Its purpose is unclear, as if it was crafted by a madman, with only the most tentative grasp on form, function, or meaning, and placed here out of sight and mind. Above it is a glass walkway, a series of tunnels that appear to connect rooms to the mansion in a secret, unknowable way. What is this place? Who walks down here in the dark? I'm missing a room. Oh, I'm missing a card. I'm missing 3 cards, I think. I need the card to unlock this information. The card room. A gambler's paradise or a gambler's hell. The room is dizzying. One moment there's a sense of elation followed by abject despair. Every moment swings from one extreme to the other like the turning of a card. The effect overwhelms the senses, absorbing every moment of consciousness. You feel an entire life could be lived feeling this way, swinging from a high to a low and back again and again and again. But would it really be any life at all? As you think these thoughts, a deep chuckle, rich and welcoming, echoes through your skull. You recognize the voice without knowing it at all. Sounds like craziness. So I'm sure I'm still missing certain things. Like I'm missing an unknown power is needed to unlock this. So I haven't even attempted the chapel yet. And I got none of the secrets. There's a ton of secrets. And I don't know any of them. I'm missing a few cards. Let's see. I got everything from here. The theater, I got everything except for that guy's invitation. I don't know how to get it yet. I don't know how much more of the game there is. But this episode might solely be gosh darn you. This episode may solely be lore, because there's been a lot of time looking for stuff. No, 2.5 hours actually looking for stuff and reading all that. I'm missing that one invitation and 3 cards. So I'm actually going to cut this episode here and pick it up from the doors, because I was trying to figure out how to get back into this guy's area, and it turns out that that room is the connection, and the way to get in there is, where's the first floor? The way that the guy travels to and from there is from here, which is behind the door I need to go through anyway to progress. So that's where we're going to start in the next episode. If you watched this episode, you are a person of culture, I'll tell you that much, because the only reason someone would watch it is to know the backstory. So thank you if you have. I appreciate and love you, and I'll see you in the next one.